It's a great feeling. So you can apply that, you guys, to like anything. That's what you've
Yeah.
been doing with the squats. Now, have you missed a day of squatting in the last 953 days, or is that like 953 straight? Haven't missed a day.
I haven't missed a day, man. I've had several periods where I've been sick, and those days are probably the closest I've come to missing. Like I had COVID, I think it was in March or April. I think it was March. And, I had fevers and whatnot. But even on those days, I came out and I squatted the bar. You know, uh, People say, "Oh, that's not squatting every day." Well, it's not. It's not Bulgarian squatting every day. I never said it was going to be Bulgarian. But for me, it's just the mental. Like I need to come and touch the bar every day, no matter what. And so even on shit days, if you got fever or whatever, you're still blessed because we just spoke about all this other mess with people like living in awful times. If you have the ability to come up and touch the bar, you can pretty much squat the bar. And if you're squatting that damn bar, even if it's empty, you are one blessed individual. Just because you are existing next to a barbell. That's how I view it, man. Oh, well, poor baby, you got a bit of a fever, do you? Start thinking about what other people around the globe are living like. It just belittles my little plight in that moment. I just, man, screw that. I'm going to go squat the bar. For 5, 10 reps, whatever, I'm going to squat the bar. Just so I can tell myself my life is great, regardless of what's happening. And, knock on wood and whatever, last 3 years have been amazing, man. And to me, the 953, streak is representation that my life is a blessed one. I've been able to come into a space where there's a barbell and I can squat it, and that to me is a celebration of life because, I don't know where we would have been or if I would even be here if I, left in Yugoslavia and God knows what would have happened in all those years and with the bombings and whatever. So, I don't think about that every single time I touch the bar, but I think about even worse scenarios of people, the history and all that stuff. That's the kind of stuff that pushes me, because I'm really the lucky one in this world, man. That's how I view it. And, it's not even about the physiological expression, training or whatever. It's all up here, man. Because I reckon life is 90% here. It's how you deal with stress. It's how you take stress in. It's how you process that stuff. Because everyone's going to, life shits on everyone. There's not too many people that are always smiling in life. But if you got the opportunity to touch a barbell every single day, I reckon it's not too bad.
That's interesting. So it's not even like this physical thing. It's more mental that you have the privilege of being able to do that. And you think about how tough things have been in the past and how bad they could be. And you're like, I'm just appreciative of the fact I can do this. So it's the same
Yeah.
with anything. It's like, oh, you want to do a difficult task. You have the option to do that. You should be appreciative of that. It could be far worse. You might, people in this world don't have that option.
Yeah.
I saw something the other day. I was listening to Jordan Peterson on Joe Rogan, and he literally said like the Western countries, like if you're making above minimum wage, you're in the 1% as far as income for the whole world. And like that kind of blew my mind where it's like sometimes we think, oh, we could be doing better. Why are we not wealthy? Why don't we have this huge house and all this awesome stuff like we see some people? And it's like, hey, you're still in the 1% of the world as far as that goes, income and all that. And like most people have it way worse. And we just are living, we're so in such a small box. We're in our own worlds. We don't even realize
Yeah.
like how good we have it. And I think that's kind of like the mental thing of like, this is why you need that challenge because we have it
Yeah.
so good now. The people of like, Europe and some parts of Europe and some parts of and Canada and the US and Australia, like we have it so good that we just forget what it's like to do something difficult. We lose touch with that. We just get into our phones and our computers and all this stuff that's right at our fingertips. We can just order food. We can get whatever we want. And like most of the world, that's not a thing. So
No. No. It's all about awareness, man. Um, it's just about awareness. I think most of us, in a way, are really selfish creatures. Because we can say that we care, but a lot of us don't really care about what's happening over the fence. And so we have this tendency to just look to improve our situation and just kind of look ahead. So I am where I am, and I reckon that guy over there is better than what I am, and so I'll focus on him. but no one ever kind of stops to look down the mountain and be like, shit, man, like pretty high up as it is. Like really what I'm looking up is maybe like 5% of what you said, 1% above me, you know what I mean? But no one stops to look down the mountain like, shit, man, like there's a whole lot of people down there. I'm pretty high up on this damn mountain. And so people just kind of don't have that focus because we're just so localized, you know, in our thinking. No one bothers to kind of process that stuff that we see that's happening in the world. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, you know, I always say this to people, like maybe it's not a healthy mindset to think about this stuff every day, but definitely this kind of stuff runs through my mind all the time. And I get reminded all the time at work as well, man. Like, you know, I work as a nurse in the ER, man. And so if I don't think about these things on my own, I get reminded how lucky I am when I see some of these people, unfortunate people, man, who basically either been unlucky with some accident or they've just drawn that genetic shit card, you know, and you see that stuff and you're like, fucking, I just want to feel like I want to run through that brick wall right now. Squatting is the hardest thing I'm going to do today? Fuck. Like, you're kidding me, man. You see some of the stuff, you see that, you're like, this bloke can't stand or walk or talk, and he's smiling at me, man. And you see that shit, you just feel embarrassed for even thinking about the things you're thinking about complaining. It's like, I want to run in here and do like 50 sets of freaking 50, man, and just like end myself, you know, how lucky I am to even train, man. So it's all about perspective, and you can't really blame somebody that they don't have perspective firsthand. Like, you don't want to wish anybody to be in some sort of civil war situation where they have loved ones lost. But I think in this day and age, with this little device that's in front of us, it's very easy to get kind of informed, you know, what's happening around the place, to see what our fellow humans are doing in Africa, you know, in Asia, you know, some parts of Europe, like we mentioned, you know, people are doing it tough, man. And so that perspective it's only going to improve your life, because all of a sudden this freaking couch, man, is mint. It's a bloody good couch, man. You know, but, you know, some people come in here and be like, Ivan, this is a disaster. You get this out. Like, it's embarrassing. Not to me, man. You know, you get this over to some parts in Africa or Asia, man. This goes for quite a lot of money, man. So it's all about how you process information in your head. This is how I look at it, man. I mean, we can go to 50 different levels to this, but when I see somebody squatting 250 and I'm squatting 210, I don't go, I'm a piece of shit. Like, I'm still squatting all right, man. I look at the bloke, or look at me when I was day one. I'm doing a lot better than that guy. So it's all about perspective. There's some people, no matter what they do, if you're squatting half a damn ton, with the wrong mentality, you're not going to be happy. And that to me is just like, you're just chasing your tail, man. You know, that's how I view it anyway. I don't know whether that's a winner's mentality or whatever, but I think the ultimate goal for all of us is to freaking be happy. And when you close your eyes and go to bed at night, you just want to be happy with what's happening. And I think having these larger, kind of more global views of life is always more healthier and just more happier.